cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put the boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave 'em floppy, face Nazi. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Champ1ons. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on the first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Jackson on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The Ravens at 6-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
The play design there. They can keep the defense down. Feels everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Here we go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your arm and say, oh, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Taking on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second and 9 now. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. David Ojabo has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on the punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Jackson now. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 32 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Dobbins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard? That might mean with all the action that's happening now, how they get in here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it. They're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Completes it to Austin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, Dillon. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 3 yards out, and the Steelers get a bit closer. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game, start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet. Let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Right down for the way, showing off the pass rush skills. The Steelers send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And I don't think he got that. No. Just short by maybe a foot. Maybe call it 4th and inches. they'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll drop the throw. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to throw again. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about...
And it'll be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tinker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we Continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Second and 4. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Looking to throw. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Galladay. 37 yards. And the Ravens start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was a while ago as he just held on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got them. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Patrick Queen, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
They go play action with Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a line as he just held on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Boswell for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Play action. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But then this game is over. Well, fans usually want to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. Really dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Ravens, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need.
One shot for everybody